up with Caroline Gonzalez.
Hey, Demario, I'd appreciate if you could take the high road and not make fun of me for this question, but if you had to pick one player on the team who's on the naughty list and one person who's on the nice list, who would they be?
That's a good question. I'd probably we'll start with the nice list. Probably Taysom Hill on the nice list for sure. Naughty list. I don't know. We got everybody good on our team. Everybody good. We ain't got no naughty people.
Next one's from Doug Mouton.
Yeah, hey, Demario. Sean Payton talked this morning about Mahomes' ability to sort of find the holes in the protection and to step up in the pocket in a way that maybe some other guys can't and find guys. When you're studying him, what kind of issues does that create? And is he sort of special that way in sort of buying time within the pocket?
Yeah, he got a lot of pocket awareness and knows how to extend plays. Very similar to like Aaron Rodgers, who knows how to extend plays and has been doing that for a long time in his career. He has the ability to roll out, left and right outside the pocket. He does a good job of stepping up and through the pocket and then extending outside. It presents a lot of challenges for the defense for sure.
Next one's from John DeSazier.
Well, first of all, Demario, we know you're not being truthful about that naughty list. We know that's, but with that offense of Kansas City, obviously you have Mahomes, but what about the other guys that he's working with, and how do they make that offense unique also?
Oh, he has a lot of weapons around him, a lot of speed at the receiver position, two very good backs, a host of tight ends, including, probably the best tight end in the business. And so he's already a phenomenal player without that cast. And then he has a lot of great players around him, a really solid offensive line as well. And so we're going to have our hands full for sure.
Next one's from Amos Morale.
I wanted to ask you specifically about one of those running backs, the rookie Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just what have you seen from him on film and what makes him kind of challenging?
He's a do-it-all back, runs hard, great vision, great shiftiness as a back, can catch the ball out of the backfield, a good pass, good in the pass protection. He's a do-it-all back for sure. They got two of them.
Next one's from Amy Just.
Yeah, more on that offense. I mean, they've got playmakers everywhere. So what type of challenge does that put on all of you, whether it's Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Patrick Mahomes, insert player here?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still all about doing your job. Know where you are, know where you're supposed to be, know what your assignment is, and then execute the game plan. I feel like as a defense, going against our offense, we've had to always go up against a great quarterback with a lot of weapons over there, and so it's very similar in that regard. This team presents its own challenges, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to alignment, assignment, technique.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Hey, Demario, I'm just curious, since you were kind of this age, did you watch like Tyrann Mathieu like when you were in college? I know like a lot of guys said he was kind of like, they try to model their game after him and stuff like that.
He was a phenomenal player in college, for sure. I mean, his nickname matched his play. He's a high energy player. Makes a lot of plays in the run game, in the pass game. A ball hawk in safety, knows how to find the ball, knows how to create turnovers. He's just been a special player for a long time, and I feel like high energy, great defensive players watch high energy other great defensive players and watch their game and see what their strengths are and weaknesses are.
Next one's from Steve White.
Hey, Demario, as a defender, we've seen, a lot of teams try to defend Casey different ways, sit back and don't allow the explosive plays to be aggressive to try to disrupt the explosive plays. Is there a consistent formula you use, or do you have to mix it up throughout the game to try to keep them off balance?
I think they do. I think they do a good job of adjusting depending on what look they're getting. Teams have tried to pressure them the whole game. Teams have tried to play soft against them, or stay high and play more of a shell defense. And I think teams have tried a lot of different things, but you can look at their record and see that a lot of it hasn't been successful. And so I think they do a good job of adjusting. You have to be able to be multiple, and you have to, take away what they do best, just like any other team.
Next one's from Catherine Carroll.
All right, Demario, I'm also going to ask you an off-the-wall question, but I just had to know what you thought of Trey Hendrickson's and Marcus Davenport's new bleach haircuts that they're sporting this week.
I think that's the whole D line. All that's the mark of the D line. All of them have blonde streaks. Even Cam has the blonde sideburns. So that's something that they're doing in their room. More power to them. I mean, I think they're as close a group as you're gonna find, and so you can see it with the hair.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask, and I'll ask them eventually. But I figured it was some sort of team bonding thing since everyone sported it at the same time.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Hey, Demario, with Tyreek Hill's speed, especially, like how difficult is it? Like how much does that open up things for their offense? And then with y'all having a guy who's pretty fast as well, and Marshawn, how much does that help with that?
Definitely when teams have a speed threat, it definitely presents challenges where you have to take away that speed in certain ways. You have to shift your defense certain ways. But I think the thing about Tyreek, he's not just a speed threat. You have certain teams that have guys that have kind of a speed receiver that they use to go over the top. But I mean, Tyreek Hill is as complete of a receiver as you're going to see. He can go over the top. He can catch screens and go. He can run all the routes on the route tree, and he has great hands. So I think he just presents a whole host of issues alone.
Next one's from Amy Just.
Yeah, you and Malcolm co-wrote another guest column this week about social justice reform in New Orleans. I guess, wanted y'all to do that right now at this juncture in time?
I think as people, as citizens, we have a responsibility to hold those who are, making the laws and managing society around us accountable. That doesn't just end because, you don't see people out marching in the streets. It doesn't end just because, the elections are over. The work actually begins after they take those positions, and it's important for us to hold them accountable. We just had an important DA election where a lot of promises were made, and we know we need to see reform in the criminal justice system around our nation, especially here in New Orleans and Louisiana. And so I think it's just important for us to be able to hold those people accountable as people that care about what's going on around us.
Next one's from Brett Martell.
Hey, Demario. This is obviously a relatively unusual matchup in that, every week fans don't necessarily get this with two double-digit win teams, both maybe #1 seeds. As a player, what makes this a highly compelling matchup to you?
It's a great matchup. Two really good teams, two teams that have proven they can be successful over an extended period of time. I think the most exciting thing is just the next game on the schedule. We have a mission where we want to be at the end of the season, and to get there each week, we have a different challenge. And it's exciting that this is a different challenge that we've faced this season, and so it's in front of us. And to get where we got to go through it. And so it's an exciting week to prepare for.
Last one's from Luke Johnson.
Yeah, I just want to know if it's legit that you cry every time you see Lion King.
Pretty much. That's my favorite movie of all time, and I feel like I got a lion spirit, and so I can relate to Mufasa and Simba, and so watching Mufasa go, that's pretty tough on anybody, I would think.
All right, I think we're all set. Thanks for the time,
I
Demario.
appreciate it. Be blessed.